This is a beautiful tent. I've got my Russian bear tent and I'm really excited. And I can tell you guys right out of the gates that this stuff is quality stuff. I'm not just saying that. You can tell just by the packaging. I mean, this bag, I'm in minus 28 degrees Celsius right now, and this bag is still really pliable. It is accepting the cold weather, no problem. It's not cracking. It is made for the cold. And tonight it's going to be bitter cold. Minus 37 to minus 40 degrees. That's what they are calling for. And that's why I came out with this today. Because they say these things are hot. And I want to see if they're hot enough to combat something that cold. So I've got to set it up. And they say it doesn't take too long to set them up. And I am fighting against a setting sun. The sun has gone down over the horizon, and all I'm dealing with now is like an ambient light. There's no direct light from the sun, and I'd say I've got about 45 minutes left until it's dark, and I need to start wearing a headlamp and get my lights out. So I want to get this thing up right away. I took the stove out to take a look at it, and I set up the cot. But in terms of the tent itself, this big, nice, beautiful tent right here, it's going to be my first time. I'm going to be looking at this with you for the first time, seeing what, is in this bag. You can see that it comes with some compression straps that work really well, keep everything nice and tight. And one thing I really love about this is that the bag is oversized. It's an oversized bag. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced putting a tent back in a bag or sleeping bags back in their bags. Oftentimes you got to stuff them right in. This bag is big, I can put the tent back in no problem, and then I can compress it. So that's a really nice little feature. Okay, what do we have? Right here, we've got instructions, pegs, and these are like heavy duty pegs. Wow. What else is in here? What are these? Wow. Whoa, look at that. You can screw into the snow or into ice and then hook your rope into this. That is really cool. I might even put that right into the platform that I'm going to set this tent up on. Wow. I like that a lot. Cool. Rope. High visibility rope. That's excellent. Good. And then we got a patch kit here with some glue. And look, we've got some, these can work for your rope for like to guide them off and to make sure they're nice and tight. That is good. What a great little addition that is. And this guy here, from my research, once I push this tent up like an umbrella, you can imagine if you extend an umbrella and then you have your long handle. Well, this works pretty much the same, but you have to take the handle out and replace it with this guy to make sure your tent stays nice and tight. Now this isn't a light tent. I wanted a big one because I plan on keeping this up for a while. So let's see if I can get this up by myself. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, look. We got some little storage bags. This is good. What's this guy here? Another one. Like, these are going to come in so handy. Yes. I like the orange accent too. Pretty big. Oh. I think once you have it up, you just have to pop the outside. And just so you guys know, it's not easy to put up one person because the umbrella pole that comes down really far, like the length of your arms. So what I did was I took a piece of 2x4 and wedged it underneath, grabbed the umbrella pole and just came down with my body weight, and she clicked into place. This is also a very big tent and it's very tall. This one is the UP5 and it's meant for 5 people, so it's big, and that's what I wanted. So setting it up, I believe the UP2 would be much easier, smaller tent, because you wouldn't have as high to go. I am really fighting the dark right now. It's coming on hard. And so this tent has the floor has these holes. You insert your tent into those holes and you know you've got it right. Awesome. Okay. Now I gotta take this off. And I gotta put in the other little guy and make sure that this stays where it's supposed to be. So this ensures that the tent won't collapse. Keeps everything nice and tight. It's a good forearm workout. There's a zippered floor that actually comes within the tent, and I can take it off and I can just go with the insulated floor, or I can leave it on if I want. The one reason I would leave it on is to keep the mice out, but the one reason I would take it off is that it's really big and it's a little bit noisier than the other floor. It's very, very cold. Nothing works right when it's very cold. I can tell you that from experience. Where are you? That's a long rope. I'm not going to need all that. Cut the rope. Right about there is good. Couple of knots. It is so silent out here. Oh, there we go. There. And now she's pulled. So here's the stove, and this thing is a beauty. It really is. It's got some cool features, including glass walls, and I believe, yeah, this right here is a fireproof mat. Excellent. And that's going on the floor, and you can see right here. They've got a fireproofing. Oh, and that comes off. Cool. That's Velcroed there to protect your wall from the heat of the stove. And here is the stove. This thing is stainless steel, and it is awesome. Okay. Looks like a normal stove, but it is not. It is special. You'll notice right here that I can't go all the way down into the stove. There's something blocking me, and that is on purpose. It's a baffle, so the smoke will go all the way to the back, and the baffle has an opening in the back of the stove, and the smoke and the heat will curl around the back, and then it'll come on top here and suck out, if that makes any sense. So essentially it's almost like there's two tops to this stove. The first top has an opening in the back of the stove that allows for the smoke and the heat to curl around and then come out. And that essentially allows for a beautiful draft. It allows for the stove to have very even heat on top, all over the top for cooking, and it acts like a spark arrestor. So your sparks are dying out before they're even getting to this point. With these legs, it's very simple. Just wing nuts. That's all it is. Keeping it smart. Don't need any special tools. He's in there good. Okay. I gotta line this up. And then I gotta go outside and check make sure the opening is good on the outside. What do you guys think? Is she straight? Feels straight to me. There we go. So this tent has windows, a couple of windows, 2 doors. And like, look at this. So fast. Oh, okay. That can go right down in there. Just like that. This guy here. Where's he tucked in? He can go right into this little toggle. They've got toggles everywhere. This tent is warming up beautifully. And you can see, I'm going to use this. It's got a little vent here. And actually, I'm going to take this out. I'm just going to have the screen. Is that a screen? No, here's the screen right here. Okay. Oh yeah, look, see? Now that's perfect. When you first put it on, it feels really loose, but now that it's expanded, it's really nice. And I want to get a nice bed of coals, and it looks like I'm really getting it now. In fact, what I might do, bring everything to the front and let that wind just suck at it. There's a great little net here to hang your wet stuff so it'll dry off, and it's not going to take long in this. See how the floor is kind of puffing up? That's because I don't have it sealed with snow around the sides. I've got to take care of that right away. Cold air is rushing in underneath of this tent as the tent heats up. So, it's definitely something that I need to take care of. And it is hot in here. Wow, fast. That did not take long. So this cot, I mean, it's like military grade stuff. Yeah, just like that. There, firm. Good. Perfect. Look at that. I got a chair too. And just like the cot, this thing is just good. It's like that old school 1980s, 1990s fold out chair. Oh, yes. And I'm going to cook right, that is hot. Man, what an awesome tent. I can't believe I have this right now. I'm so excited. Okay, now I'd say that's definitely hot enough to cook craft dinner mixed with hot dogs. One of the really cool things about the stove is the draft system. So now she's closed off. The stove, there's no air getting in. Pull this off, the whole entire cover, and you're getting the most amount of air being sucked through there. And that is giving off a tremendous amount of heat. That bed of coals is beautiful. So you close that, and then there's certain levels, right? So you have, all right, I'm letting a bit of air in. I'm letting more air in. I'm letting even more. And then you take it all the way off and you get a really nice draft going through. And so I'm keeping it right here as I cook. Down in the corner by the stove, there's a little flap, and I can feel on my hand a cold breeze rushing in through. A, that's feeding the stove, and B, it's keeping this place nice and ventilated and protecting against the possible carbon monoxide issue. So that's a very smart little feature right there, making sure that this place is properly ventilated. I gotta learn to control the stove. It's hot. Burnt my butter a bit, but that's okay, it's gonna taste good. Anyone who says hot dogs don't belong in craft dinner, it's crazy, because they do. Oh yeah. I can tell you guys that this is a very different camping experience for me, and I'm loving it. It feels really rugged, feels like real camping. Over at my tent, that's camping too, but it's on a different level. It's almost like a cabin, whereas tonight I'm in a tent, like a legit tent. This isn't nylon, by the way. I'm not sure what this material is, but it is definitely not nylon. It's a very thick material and proving to keep me very, very warm. Lots of butter. Get the butter going in there. Throw those hot dogs in with all of that butter. Just like that. Super greasy. Yes. Get it all in there. Oh, look at that already. And the cheese isn't even in there. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. Cheese. I wonder if mice like cheese. Is that a thing? I kid. No, I didn't bring milk. That's why I'm using an excessive amount of butter. Also, I'm burning to the bottom of this pot on the super hot stove. Oh, it's going to be so chunky. That cheese is going to be amazing. You cannot have craft dinner without pepper, and lots of it. Yes. Oh, look at that, steaming. It's just so chunky. Gotta have hot dog in there. Yes. Oh, man. Oh, that is so good. I've just been enjoying this tent so much. And now that I'm focusing on food, it's everything right now. This is good. Hot dogs and craft dinner. I don't care who you are. I don't care how rich you are. You try that. That's delicious. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the morning. One big log. Well, it's 8:30 in the morning. That stove did a good job all night. Did a really good job. I would say I used roughly about the same amount of wood that I would use in my bigger tent, in the bigger stove. So I filled it up in the middle of the night. And then I went back to sleep, and then I got up at 6 a.m. for a minute, and then I put some more wood on, and now it's 8:30. So you get about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours, and I mean, I had a lot of coals left, so I definitely had a lot more time left on this, but I decided I would just put a piece on right now. But yeah, it's minus 37 out there right now on the outside of this tent. Minus 37. It is not minus 37 in here. I did let that get down to a bed of coals, so it's definitely not super hot in here right now, but I was comfortable in my sleeping bag last night. I was very comfortable in this tent. It's like it's a nice even heat all the way around, which is good. It's good. It's good. And I had the little windows open throughout the night to let some fresh air come in, which I actually needed the fresh minus 37 air coming in to keep me a bit cool, because it gets hot in this tent, and that's what you want. Now you can control it too, right? You want it to be able to get very hot, and you want it to get cold. So here, let's get the tent really hot, and let's slow it down a bit. Let's cool it off. So the fact that I am able to get this thing up to a really nice heat is good, and I think it's a testament to the Russian bear market, the company that sent me this tent, this whole entire kit, and wanted me to try it out. And I said to them when they sent it to me, I said, look, I'm going to go in the coldest temperatures possible, and here we are, minus 37. It doesn't get much colder than this. Minus 37 Celsius is almost minus 37 Fahrenheit, because those Fahrenheit and Celsius meet at like minus 40. So it's very, very cold outside, and this tent did a wonderful job, and I'm very appreciative to the Russian bear market for sending me everything and setting me up. And it was an honor for me to test it. And when these guys reached out to me, I just knew I had to do it, because I wanted the experience. I wanted this type of experience. It's different than what I do over at my other camp, and also I wanted to test myself and see if I would enjoy myself, and I really did. I enjoyed myself. It was a good challenge for me, and I slept comfortably, and I felt secure in here, and I'm going to be spending more than a few nights in this camp throughout the winter. And yeah, so I'm really thankful for all of you who watched. It was a great night, and yeah, I'm looking forward to making more videos here and at the other camps. So if you like this video, please hit like, and like I said earlier, I've got in the description links to everything here, and there's my promo code is there. Jaylegere is the promo code, and if you go to the Russian Bear Market and you want to pick something out, you want to have a look, you'll get a discount if you put in the promo code. So yeah, thanks everybody. I'll be back really soon.